Welcome, G.I. Joe fans, to this week's G.I. Joe toy review, where we are doing a special shout out to our firefighters in this episode by doing the updated version, the 25th anniversary version of the 1985 character of Barbecue. And before we get to Barbecue, we're going to start out with announcing Timmer's charity toy drive, or charity drive, his annual charity drive, which the way you enter is you make a donation to any charity of your choosing that benefits children, and that's the catch. It must benefit children, and I would like to see us in our GI Joe community keep up the good talent work that we're doing, but and actually, next Monday, I will let y'all know what the updated tally is. Well, we're getting close to Thanksgiving, so, we're getting close to the time of running out. I know we're close to that $3,000 goal. Let's keep going, guys. We could do this. And we'll keep this thing going on. And do our regular shout-outs of the week, starting with 48 South Loudon Street here in Winchester, Virginia, which is where you can get all, and I do mean all, your video game needs from the Atari or the current systems, Game Freeze console, and all that other good jazz. So definitely check that out. And while we're at it, we can also do our shout-out to Middle Road, which is the street that houses Play It Again Games, which is right behind the Sheets on Valley Avenue, but the store is on Middle Road, so definitely check them out if you're in Winchester. Definitely get that going on. And while you're there, you can actually go see Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles at 115 South Loudon Street, where you can get all your G.I. Joe, He-Man, Transformer toys and collectibles. I mean, unfortunately, I got Barbecue off of eBay, I believe. And it was either eBay or Amazon. But either way, it was one of the two. But you can check out all your G.I. Joe ones. But he's got more vintage or of the movie line of Pursuit of Cobra line of G.I. Joes that he does of 25th anniversary. But definitely check them out. But if you got a toddler that's needing help with puzzle solving and fun stuff like games and stuff like that, check out Thinker Toys at 106 South Loudon Street here in Winchester, and get all that kind of stuff. They even got slime and slinkies and all that kind of stuff. So check them out. But if you're looking for comic books and you need a comic book fix, you can go to 80 Weems Lane, which is the home of Four Color Fantasies. But if you're in Salisbury, North Carolina, you can hit the Comic Monsters and check them out. And get all your IDW, Marvel, DC comic books met. So check out either place depending on where you're located. So definitely check them out. But if you're looking for somebody to do some tree work and get a tree removed, you can check out Mixed Tree Service. And him and his crew will take care of that stuff for you real quick. But if you're looking for Jamaican food and you're here in Winchester, you can check out 39 Piccadilly Street, which is the home of Tropical Islands. So definitely check them out and see Lloyd and his wonderful staff and get some good Jamaican food. Definitely, please do. And if you're looking for auto insurance or homeowners insurance or renter's insurance, you can check out State Farm or Farmers, and get some good quotes and whatnot. But if you're looking for a bank, you can go to Bank of Clark or United Bank here in Winchester. Check them out and get your banking needs met. So definitely go ahead and do that. And definitely do that. And if you're looking for gas for your car, you could go to Sheetz or Handy Mart and get all your stuff there. Check them out and do that. And you can also get made to order food, so you get your belly full at the same time you're getting your gas tank full. So I say go for broke, man. But go for it. And if you're looking for other stuff like counseling, because Cobra Island is a proud supporter of mental health awareness, so you could check out you could go ahead and check out Robert C. Brown at Healing Grace Counseling Services and see what he has to offer. If Rob isn't what you're looking for, there's plenty of places here in Winchester you can go to, or you can go to your closest local office, or you can sign up with National Counseling Group. Definitely check them out. After you leave there, you can go to not 80 Williams Lane, but you go to Northwestern Community Services for psychiatry help. If you're in the Front Royal or Winchester area, you can see both offices. I would highly recommend it if you need it, and because there's nothing wrong with getting the help if you need it. But if you need somebody to text right now, you can text 741-741, or you can dial 988 if you need to hear a human voice. I mean, if it's really, really bad, you go to your closest emergency room. Don't be afraid of getting help. But let's take a look at Barbecue, starting with his file card, which there's a local barbecue with a G.I. Joe logo. Firefighter, codename Barbecue. File name Kelly Gabriel A. And his primary military specialty is firefighter. Secondary military infantry specialty is infantry. Birthplace is Boston, Mass. His grade is an E4. And I never read the serial numbers that y'all know. You already know that by now. If Kelly hadn't joined the G.I. Joe team, he would have been the 7th Kelly in his direct line in the Boston Fire Department. His love for the job is not based on family loyalty or even a more general sense of duty. He simply likes riding on the back of the truck with the wind in his face and sirens wailing, lights flashing and bells clanging. Makes it sound like a Christmas song. Being allowed to knock down doors and smash windows with his axe is just frosting on the cake. Quote at the bottom says, Barbecue is what you call your basic party animal. He can open bottles with his teeth, pick up quarters with his ears, and wrap his lips completely around the bottom of a quart soft drink bottle. You may well ask how all this affects his function as the G.I. Joe team's firefighter. It doesn't. It simply makes him a more interesting fellow to be around. Okay, now that quote, I don't think we really needed to know his party style, but because I don't think that really has anything to do with Barbecue and his job functions. But let's take a look at what he comes with. G.I. Joe upraised logo on the figure stand with codename Barbecue written on the front, which is blurry. And then he comes with his fire axe, which I'm trying to get up. With his fire axe, cool little silver handle on the front, but really good fire replication of a firefighter's axe. With the handle with the knuckle guard. And he does come with the standard hose, which does connect to one end of this little fiery taste thing here. You just plug it in right here like so. And then you got the place on his tank here, which has got the foam in it. Which you could plug that in right here in this little peg. And you got that there accessorized. But let's go ahead and take a look at Barbecue himself. Nice fighter's helmet with face mask, which is not removable, but his head can rotate the full 360. And he's got his shoulder pads with an oxygen tank right here, with his basic orange uniform. And he raises his arm to about that high. He can rotate the full 360. He can bend at the elbow, swivel at the elbow, swivel at the wrist. And it's funny how I'm commenting on Timmer's charity drive, but and Timmer can't stand anything orange, so I don't know how he's going to be taking the barbecue. But he does have the ab crunch feature, which is very easy to see. His legs can split. He can lift forward. Double knee bend. His leg can pivot out. It can rotate at the ankle. Full 360. You know, with his great boots, old orange uniform. So let's gear him up. I'm going to put him off camera so I can start with the legs. Actually, I'm going to gear him up, but I'm going to talk to you while I'm doing it. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just load him up on camera. Gear him up on camera. You know, but I do love talking to y'all. Anyway, you know, y'all are awesome. Y'all are the main reason. You guys are the main reasons why I keep this channel going. You know, and because I love entertaining and showing y'all stuff. You know, especially stuff I used to play with as a kid when I had the vintage versions. But you know, I enjoy showing this stuff to you. So here's barbecue all geared up, ready to fight out some fires that Cobra be setting. But this is barbecue. I would claim him as middle tier due to the fact of his outlandish color and the fact that he's a firefighter on a military team. But he was a great character. That's what keeps him from being at the bottom tier. Is the fact that he is a great character. And firefighters are important to everyday life. You know, if it wasn't for firefighters, this world would probably be burnt down by now, burnt to a crisp by now. But you know, this is a good figure to have in your collection. So I would say get him. You know, definitely you gotta have barbecue. You know, whoa, you wasn't supposed to fall there, BBQ. Ugh. He is a little top heavy, but it's still not the point. But you know, this is a top tier figure. I'm glad I have him in my collection. I would definitely say go ahead and get him. You know, so that'll do it all for this week. And now you know, and knowing is half the battle. And speaking of which, speaking of half the battle, go ahead and donate to the charity Troy Drive. I want to see us surpass $3,000. So let's do this. You got till the 30th to do it. Let's get it done. Yo, Joe.